We're back. So you'll just have to apologize for the. I'll just have to apologize for the somewhat bad surroundings here. But we're gonna do a different angle because we're gonna do some prep work. So we're gonna be making some wok, as we call it, and we're gonna use this pork. It's like a pork fillet, you could say. What's up, Oreo? And we're gonna. What's up, Ken? So we're gonna. Hey, Julie. We are going to be making wok with some pork. So what we're first gonna do is we're gonna have to cut this open. We'll first rip off the thing so you can see what we're dealing with here. So kiss the chef. So we have two pots here. We have one here, and we have one over here, and we're gonna have noodles in that. So we're gonna have some noodles that are gonna go in there eventually. So yeah, as I said, kind of bad angle. But this is what we gotta deal with. So we're gonna rip this open. Yeah, I know the camera is crap, but we're gonna have to deal with it because my other phone's charging. So, you know, I can't do anything but apologize, but that's because it's not the best. So, now we can cut these fuckers open. Maybe? Hello? How are you supposed to do this? So I should also say I've never done this before. Never cooked this meat before. So I have no idea what to expect. But one thing I can expect is probably salmonella. Yeah, not many people show up, but it's you know the theatrics of it, you know. Move that out of the way. I see that's in your way. So every time you're handling meat that you're not too sure about, what is the suggestion to just not do this? Because I agree. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That doesn't look delicious whatsoever. So, while getting ready for that, we're gonna heat up our stuff. Heat it up to 8 and heat the water up to, let's bring it up to 9 because we need that to boil. So, I'm trying to make sure that I see all the comments that are being left, but I won't promise because it is cooking and you have to pay attention to what you're doing. See, that's some fatty stuff. Gross. I'm underrated. Make a tutorial on my Spaz 12. I would, but I don't have that gun anymore. Thing is, it doesn't need a tutorial because it's so simple. Much like this food that I'm making. It's just so simple that you don't really need a tutorial for it. Which we can say is a good thing because that means that my guns are easy to make. Like I'm gonna have that said. My guns are easy to make, and I'm not gonna say you're stupid for not being able to make them, but it is quite simple to make them. So I'm gonna cut this chicken into chicken. This isn't chicken. This pork into strips, and we're gonna cut these strips in half. So they're quite thick. Looks probably disgusting. I hate the look of raw meat and the feel of raw meat. But it's gonna work. Trust me. Actually, don't trust me. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not because I've never done this before. You guys really can't trust me on this. Gonna, you know, if this is gonna turn out well or fucking horrible. But I'll take my chances and say this is gonna be fucking horrible. So it's gonna be kind of a slow beginning because I have to prepare everything. This is what you guys didn't see on the spaghetti one. It's just me cutting up stuff and getting ready for actually making the food. But at least I can talk with you guys, even though there's no one talking. That's not what we're gonna worry about. Okay, this pot is getting pretty hot. Hey, so we're almost done with our first fillet here. First fillet out of two. And we're gonna have two because I want this food to, uh, you know, I want this to be able to be eaten tomorrow as well. I don't know what you guys said me too for. I'm sorry I missed that. I need to look at the chat a bit more. But I am trying to concentrate on doing my best job because I'm not the best at doing this stuff. And I'm getting distracted by this raw meat because it's pretty disgusting. Like what is there to love about this shit right here? Like it's so gross. Oh my god. We just have a big fat cap on the side here. That's pretty common with pork. Pork is a very fatty thing. So I can see that I do need to work a bit quickly here because the water is gonna get ready to boil pretty soon. And once that water is ready, then you talk when you're on Minecraft. Good job. Yeah, I've seen Mr. Ninja Warrior live stream, but I don't like his live streams too much because they are very laggy for me. And I can imagine this stream probably doesn't have too bad frames, but it's more that this stream is gonna have pretty bad quality. So you guys are always like seeing what I'm doing like directly, but it's not gonna look too beautiful. Okay, this is really tough. There we go. So what I'm gonna do before I put this in the pan, which we're actually ready to do pretty soon here, I'm gonna give it a squish, just so it can be easier, tender. So I'm seeing quite a bit of people leaving right now, and I understand that because I'm not doing anything fun right now. But this is how cooking is, you have to prepare your disaster before you can make it happen. And it's not the most fun thing, but you have to do it. Gonna get a nice mountain of meat here. Yeah, I mean, how do you think it is standing here cutting this up? I'll have it said, Trey, I missed that comment because they disappear quite quickly, and I guess YouTube expects you to look at the chat while you're doing stuff, like while you're doing what you're streaming. So I don't know. So that's probably why I won't see most things. Okay, we are done with this. Fucking gross as shit. Like, look at this shit. This is so gross. I would love to get a better camera angle. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm first gonna try to remove my gloves without contaminating myself. And I'm sure pork is fine that you um, touch and all that, but I just don't want to bother because it's gross. Whoop, there goes the fat and the gristle and all the bad stuff that's pretty disgusting. So let's remove these gross ass gloves. Let's go ahead and move you guys a little bit here. Move you up ahead. This is such a good camera angle. Why didn't I use this before? Yeah, okay, I get that. I get you're warm. I'm trying here. So water is getting ready to boil. We're gonna get some oil here. get it in here. Oh, that's ripping hot. Holy shit, that's hot. Let's turn it down a bit, because that's probably a bit too hot. Oh, that's hot. Okay, here comes the action. Jesus. It's actually going everywhere. Jesus fuck. Because that is so damn hot. Oh my god. So the reason why it's so hot is because meat often has a shitload of... That's way too hot, actually. Chicken has a shitload of, what do you call it? Water in it. When I say chicken, it's still not chicken. It's still pork. And it's always going to be pork. So after I'm done freaking out here, it's starting to smell like pork. And it's delicious because I love pork. It's probably the best kind of meat out there. So I'm gonna go off smell here and see how it's gonna be here. So let's show you guys a bit more of a point of view here of the chicken going. And you can see our noodle water is going. So I'm just gonna leave that for a little bit. We're gonna rip open our noodles. Actually, before we do that, I'm actually gonna have to transfer this chicken because it's pork, because it's a bit too hot. So we'll just do that real quick. Because we don't want this to be completely cooked, because we're gonna have this with our vegetables in the end. And then that's when it's gonna finish cooking while the vegetables are getting hot. So now what you don't want to do is remove all the beautiful liquid that you have down here, because that's gonna be when you're cooking your stuff in. You can see that there are now only 2 viewers, which is bad. But I don't have a third hand, so it is a bit hard to, you know, try to get everything in frame. So I'm just gonna throw my vegetables in. We have some broccoli, some water chestnuts, and some corn. Then we're gonna throw our noodles in. I'm gonna use 3 blocks of noodles. So you can see we have our vegetables going in here. It's not a lot of vegetables. They're kind of burning, getting stuck. But we do just want some nice color on these. And we're gonna get the chicken back in there in the end. I just put some stuff over there. I'm gonna grab this spaghetti apparatus and move around the noodles so they all get nicely put in there. We're gonna turn down the heat because we don't need them to boil quite as much. Then we're gonna put our oil back. It's greasy as shit. Hey, what's up, Caro? I just now saw you. Sorry, I just saw you now, but it's kind of going fast here. Faster than I would expect it to go. So our vegetables have some nice color, but they're not completely done yet. So they're going to need to go for a little bit more. I'm just trying to move them around so they get more heat and less of a crust, you could say. I'm going to turn it back up to 7 because we're going to put the meat back in soon. And then once the meat is in, then we're gonna do something different here. 2 viewers. I'm guessing that's Trey and Carl, right? Carl, wouldn't it be amazing if we did this? If we did this cooking show together? Yeah. Meat goes back in. Because this meat is kind of, red. You can see it on it that it's not completely done yet. It's not gotten the crust. So I probably took it out a bit too early. So we're just going to leave it right now. So as I said, here are the other vegetables that we're going to need to take care of. So meanwhile, we're going to dump that in there. There we go. Getting that nice sound that we want to hear. Let's make sure they're not overcrowded. Perfect. So I'm going to just take those things and throw them in the trash, which is starting to fill up with plastic stuff because everything is plastic in it now. Just going to stack it on top beautifully with the gross meat juice. The myodwin right there. Then we're going to immediately hit the thing with some hot water so that it doesn't contaminate the board. There we go, our vegetables are starting to get heated up here. So what I do, after I'm done decontaminating that, we're gonna test a pretty thick piece and see how it looks, because we definitely want this to be well cooked, because it's gonna go for a couple of more seconds with the noodles once they're done, and I'm actually gonna give those a stir. Beautiful. They're actually getting close to being complete here. Whoops. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Get off. No. Come on. I'm struggling. Because we're trying this. Noodles are very al dente. But what we're going to do now is spice them up a bit. Just throw some soy sauce right in there. I said some, and I put it a lot, but that's because there's quite a bit of noodles. There's quite a bit of water, and we just want some flavor on there. Let's turn it down a tiny bit. Let's take a look at our meat here. There we go, we're getting color. So I'm gonna get the knife as well. Hey, what's up, XX Newbie Gamer, XX? Right, we're in the middle of making some pork wok with noodles. Let's grab a thick piece here and give it a check. You see, we're still pretty raw in there. Hey, Josiah Hall Golf. What is up? We're gonna throw some more salt in there. If I can open it with one hand. Hold on. Sorry about the terrible view, but we just have to deal with that. So what I did forget is that we did have to season our vegetables, which is why I had to do that. So our noodles are probably going to be close to complete right now. That's just going to have to stay open. I can't grind this right now. You see, this is what happens when I try everything. It gets much more complicated. Especially when I don't have a tripod. As I said in the other stream, we gotta get the super chat going so you guys can donate to help me with the tripod. Beautiful. Let's add the rest of the vegetables. Make those noodles soft. Let's pick you guys back up here. Look at the color. The color, the true beauty of this stuff. So in a little bit here, I'm gonna take out a piece and check if we're good. Only 2 people watching, that's not good. There we go. Now that I'm not stressing, I can actually put the salt thing on. Let's put the pepper back. Right there. We should get a strainer ready for the noodles. Which is probably a quite bad idea since those noodles are super thin. Actually, I can put this back in now because it's dried. 1 person watching. I mean, I am doing this quite early in the day for most people, and it is Monday also for most people. So definitely won't have time to stay here, and I understand that. Let's go ahead and check a thick piece here. Still a bit pink. We're gonna have to let this go for quite a bit longer. Trust on these. What just happened? I don't know what happened. That's not good. Okay. So anyways, our noodles head out and then get those ready for depositing. Again, I'm sorry about whatever just happened there. I have no idea what's going on, so. All out. These aren't too important that we strain out a lot because we do still want some of the stuff that's in there. What just happened? I thought I flipped the camera. So we're just gonna test another piece. Guess the last thing I wanted to get today is salmonella. So this is probably gonna go for a couple more minutes. I definitely did not have them go for long enough. section I can use was kind of raw in the middle, so that's not too smart to eat. We center our pot there. So I have one lonely right in there. And I don't know if that's too much of a good idea. But we might just have to do it anyways, because fuck it, you know, just fuck it. There's definitely going to be more news than there is anything else. But as he said, fuck it. So now, we're going to try to do something risky. 0 viewers. Good. So if people are watching, the only people that are here right now, that I'm going to do this. Again, I'm going to have to recheck. That's probably just tender. Thing is, I suck at cooking pork, so it's looking pretty white, so I think it's okay. But anyways, the 0 people who are watching, and probably the people who are watching after, are gonna have to experience this. Oh, which just makes it smell so good, because soy sauce is honestly the best thing that has ever happened. Now this is all like super well seasoned. The carrot is stuck. So now we get the noodles in here. Now I actually have to drop you guys because I gotta serve this shit. It's still sticky. Did you guys just see that? I just flung vegetables all across my cooking surfaces here. So the reason why I'm being so quiet right now is because I burnt it. Food's burnt. And it smells like garbage. So this is a disaster. Burnt food, definitely gone to hell. That's why I'm probably gonna say fuck it and eat it anyways, because I don't know. I'm just feeling really disappointed. But I think there's no way to fix this, and you know, I'm just gonna have to accept it. I'm gonna throw some water in there to try to get it more hydrated. I get it, you're warm, alright? As I said, truth be told, I burnt the food severely. And I managed to crash the stream like 15 times, but yeah, you probably can't tell that it's burnt, but it is at the bottom. So the vegetables definitely got burnt, but this is the first time I made this. So, you know, it wouldn't be me if I managed to screw something up. So to fix this, soy sauce, and stir. For fuck's sake. What's up, Dave Schneider? You just came to the realization that I burnt my food severely. So I'm guessing that's probably a nice thing. As much as I don't want to eat this right now, I'm gonna, because I don't give a shit. I'm hungry as hell. I mean, there's the first time for a reason that, stuff gets bad. But, you learn from mistakes, as some people say. What I say is just don't make food that you're not too good at making, or that you're not feeling confident that you can make. What's up, Fritz? What will be my next build? The next build of now is, the next gun I've made, and I'm gonna make a video for eventually. But the gun that's gonna be uploaded later today is gonna be quite the fun gun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this, so I can get this off here, and then I can actually go show you guys what it's gonna be. You're hungry? Well, probably not for this because it's sort of burnt. Actually very burnt. It smells quite burnt. So let's go and run upstairs. Take a look in my room here. So I guess this will be an exclusive for whoever's watching right now. I just knocked out an important piece off of that. Just don't worry about me for a bit. So this is my build that I have right now. A CZ75. So next skin that's going to be uploaded is the MPX. And then I have this little baby sitting over here. Henry with working action and lever action. So for whoever's watching the stream now, those two guns are gonna come up quite. It's gonna be a while because I have some other videos scheduled. So yeah. Anyways, that's the food that we're gonna try to eat. It's probably gonna be pretty horrible. If the pork is raw, I'm gonna actually just throw this in that, but it might have to happen. So I definitely did way too many noodles in here. And there it is. Garbage, stir fry wok with noodles, whatever you want to call it. I'm really hesitant to try this actually because it doesn't seem like it'll be good whatsoever. So there goes. Oops. There goes nothing. I'm just checking if the pork is raw. Doesn't look raw. Doesn't taste raw. That was quite a thin piece. People may as well be picking at the food. Yep, nope, that's not raw. So managed to get the pork to not raw somehow, probably because I overcooked the hell out of it. But this is the way it turned out, and I feel like the thumbnail really represents how this went. It's just because yeah, this went badly. Um, so yeah, don't trust me at your restaurants. If I'm eating food there, then you can probably trust me a bit more. But if I'm making the food there, just get out of there because I can't make this. Like as I said, it's got burnt things in it. The noodles are fine though, and the pork is, you know, mediocre at best. Vegetables are slightly overcooked, but you know, it's not badly seasoned. It's not horrible, and I'll definitely eat all of this up because I don't care. I'm just hungry. So we made quite the mess doing this as well. We used one pot, this thing, that pot, this thing, this cutting board, this knife, this strainer. We made quite a bit of trash that I've already thrown in there, and several bowls. But you know, it turned out okay. So I'm definitely not gonna make that next time. So tomorrow I'm not gonna make a cooking stream because I'm not gonna make anything special. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna boil spaghetti, then eat this, which is the rest of the stuff I had from the spaghetti episode. So the next stream I'm gonna do is gonna be on Wednesday, and that's gonna be burgers. Burgers. So that'll be fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. I know the stream was probably quite bad and quite long, but I mean the food turned out okay, and we had some disasters. Um, but yeah, I'll have it be said, I definitely didn't win as well as the spaghetti one. So yeah.